What is up, everyone? MM123G here, and today, well, I was kind of canceling it for a little, but now that people are starting to ask more questions, I decided to actually do it now. So, what's going on, you may ask? Well, it's the first ever MM123G series Q&A. So how is this going to work is that in the announcement for the Q&A, I ask you all to put your questions in the comments below there. And I'm going to answer the question in one at a time and from first to last for this Q&A. So let's begin! So you're like, Sparkle number 1, correct me if I pronounce that wrong, ask, MM123G, have you ever created any OC steam engines? There is me, but there's other two that I made before this one. You see, these two are actually my first ever Tons and Friends OCs. I made these a while back even before I had a channel. You see, I like drawing and making characters. The idea of making OCs seemed pretty fun to me. And so, why not make OCs of one of my favorite shows, Thomas and Friends? So, I made these two. I actually meant to make more, but then I forgot for a little, and so only these two I made. I based these off after real engines, so they don't look like just reskinned versions of already existing characters. So, let me show them. Alright then, so let's start off with the very first one I've made. Oh, and by the way, I made these a long time ago, so there's a couple of spelling errors in these. But don't worry, I'll try my best to make sense of it. Okay, so his name is Mick, the carrying engine. He's based on a class as LSWR0298. And here's how to say Mick. See, I put the how to say, you know how those people know that how in the Pokemon handbook, like Pokédex, and it tells you how to pronounce the Pokemon? Well, I decided to do that too. And so, his name is pronounced Mick. His age is 10, and I know that has never been confirmed if the engines actually do age, but I specifically wanted a kid character, because I wonder how an actual character look like in the Thomas universe. I mean, sure, Percy is pretty close to that, but I'm not entirely sure. Alright then, so let's start with his description. Mick is a caring little engine who likes to make friends. But sometimes there's engines who don't like to make friends. And that only makes Mick want to try harder to be friends with those types of engines. And Mick wants to have as many friends as Thomas the Tank Engine. So that's basically his description. Basically, he's a very friendly engine, and if you don't want to be his friend, well, too bad, because he's going to be your friend no matter how much you try to push him away. And yeah, Thomas has a bit too many friends, practically with everyone on Sodor, so yeah, but you got a long way to go. Oh, next one is Avi the Tolerant Engine. Now, I remember specifically that her name was supposed to be pronounced Avi, but I'm going to call her Avi because that actually sounds like a real name. So, here's how to say, and so it says Avi, but actually it's supposed to be pronounced Avi. But back then I didn't know much about spelling, so yeah, but I'm still going to call her Avi because it sounds more like a real name, and then Avi. Oh, and I didn't give her an age, I don't know, either because I didn't specifically want her an age, or because there was too many words in her description, and I didn't have enough room to put it. Yeah, it's actually the second one. So, okay, let's start. Avi is a hard-working, tolerant engine who doesn't care what engines tell her. She always stays true to herself. Avi is so amazingly tolerant that other engines get so amazed at how many mean words can she take without one ever bothering her. Or like they weren't mean and still stay true to herself. Actually does sound pretty interesting character. I just really want to do a very tolerant and engine type of character. Oh yeah, and she's based off of a class P2282 engine. So that's her description. I overall like how these two turned out, especially the second one. So if you want me to bring these characters to life in an episode of the Unreal Thomas and Friends series, comment down below if you want me to bring any of these characters to life in an episode. And who knows, maybe I'll actually make more OCs this way. Maybe I'll use other ones off of real engines, or I can actually make some of my own engine classes. Who knows? Now, here comes the story of the next OC I made, which is completely unrelated to the two. And I'm pretty sure that most of you are already aware who this character is. MM123G, aka me. Now my story is a bit more complicated. You see, before MM123G series existed, I had a different channel, which I still pretty much run. And it's called MM123G channel, which is a channel where I do plush videos with SpongeBob characters and a bunch of other characters. There's in a series called SpongeBob and the Plush Team, which is supposed to be a comedy. And that channel, I also have an OC that's supposed to be me. And his name is also MM123G. Believe it or not, but this is actually the original version of this channel's MM123G. Since MM123G channel was a plush channel, it would only make sense to make my character a plush. But later in time, I decided to make a second channel. And that second channel is MM123G series. Since my OC was an MM123G channel, I decided that I should also have this OC, an MM123G series. But instead of making it plush, since this is a Thomas and Friends channel, I decided to make him into an engine. To still keep him original, I decided to also base him off of an engine that hasn't been yet used in the Thomas series. I based him off of a 498 class dock tank, but when I completed him, he started to look more like an E2, which is not as original, seeing that's literally what the main character is. But nevertheless, I like how the character turned out. So even though these two characters look very different from each other, it's actually the exact same character, just in different universes. Eliseo Rossi Productions ask, who is your favorite character? Well, look behind you and it actually becomes quite obvious. It's Toby. I'm lying. It's Thomas. Fireburn Plush ask, are you going to ever end your channel? Are you going to keep making seasons, or are you going to stop? No, I'm not going to stop making videos anytime soon. It's just that I've been a little high. That's all. Oh, it's just that this summer has made it a bit hard for me to make videos, and that's why it's been a long time since there's been an episode of the Unreal Thomas and Friends series. And then And when will I stop making videos? I don't know. Oh, I mean, I really want to continue as long as I can. But I don't know when will I stop. I mean, I can't really predict the future or anything. But if anything, I want to keep on going. And hoping that my both my channels, MM123G channel and MM123G series, is become bigger and better. Well, and that was the last question for the Q&A. And I know I didn't really have that many people asking questions. And I don't really have that many subscribers yet. But I hope that in the future, I can be able to do another Q&A and actually have a lot more questions than before. So, I hope you all enjoy. Please like and subscribe if you like the video. And I wish you all a good day.